い、皆さん、こんにちは。こんばんは、みちです。今日もディスコエリシアムを続けます。ちょっと待ってください。みちです。OK。ゲームの音入ってるかな？入っているはず。OK。パラバン、パラババン。Where were we last time? 前回3時間ぐらいやったっけな。結構いろいろ回ったんだけど、たくさんの人と喋って、でも結局あんまり進まなかったような、進んだような、進まなかったような。とりあえず経験値はたくさんもらえたよね。で、この Suggestion と Authority と、Physical Instrument のスキルが必要なクエストがたくさん残っていて詰まっています。でもそれなしでもクリアできるようにできてないと困るんだけどね。こっちとこっちに結構力入れてるから。で、前回完了できたのは酔っ払い組の人にジャケットを見つけたっていうクエストがあって、ジャケットなくしたんだよっていうやつがいて、選択して見つけたよっていうので、いや、キープしていいよ、持ってっていいよっていうのと、あとは、兵隊さんの、なんか写真？娘さんの写真なのかな？カップル、奥さんとの写真なのかわかんないけど、それのこと話してなんか終わりました。よくわからないけど。で、今木曜日、Day 4。何をしようかな。終わるとき何してたっけ？これね。白いのができるんだけど、今できるものが結構ね、赤スキルとか紫スキルとか、あとはすっごいレベルが高いスキルが残っていますね。ここに立ち読みしてた本屋の前で立ち読みしてたおばちゃんもなんか旦那さんが死んでたね。気の毒に。ではなんかないかな。いろんな人に話してみましょう。
What have you found? And also, do buy the book. Okay, but please, only a few questions.
The woman.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Suggestion できないね。マップのところでなんかクエストがなんかスキルポイントが
Several maps.
あ
The
るんだよ
maps look
ね。
old. And this large map, Ozon, disintegrating into. You can. 800. The ocean. You have little
なんもないん
perhaps
だよ
they
ね。
are gods. The north coast to the east. Hudon. It's so small you can't even see it.
I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable, though they might not. That old thing from when some
The place does not.
they didn't get that far. I'm sorry, officer. They're quite valuable.
何も変わんないね。
Yes, yes. Are you interested?
なんか買え
Shelves
るも
full
ん
of
とかないかな。
biographies of famous people. Browsing through. Suddenly, high-speed love next to Earth.
ス
Next
ニ
to
ーカ
that.
ーを
I'm sorry.
スニーカーを買う？あ、50必要だな。それかボードゲームを買うか、スニーカーを買うか。
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related
こ
merchandise.
の World のなんか多分ファンタジーの世界のゲームをその教会にいる人がなんか作ってたんだよね。
Lousy auras there. I've
RPG
heard they turn people
ね。
into occult enthusiasts.
An endless variety. There's also books in a board game, a towering mountain of colorful board.
Wonderful board. Browbritter is a fun game of economic Don't be so hard on yourself. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Wonderful Board.
とりあえずまだ
Friends are technically. For playing with friends,
言っ
I'd
てない
recommend
まだ聞いてないこととか全部言ってみようか。この奥に行っても何もないよね、これ以上。ボードゲーム買うか、あと6ちょっとポーンショップでなんか売って6リアル稼いでスニーカーを買おう。スニーカーっていうかスピーカーをなんか欲しいみたいなんだけど、なぜか主人公がどうした？
There, working class drunk. You know what this means,
誰
right?
のこと？
Who's Dick Mullen now? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
Which drunk? どの酔っ払いのこと話してんの？誰見てんの？ It's your husband, the missing husband. 死んだ人？
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect. There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found right now.
Working class woman って、これってここにいた人のこと？それとも他に別の酔っ払いの女の人いる？いないよ
The
ね。
purity of snow always reminds me of the.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia on this fine day?
You mentioned Jean-Marie Biolu? Who's that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She
Jenny.
was the finest woman in all of Revachol. Maybe
of
the entire
Revachol.
world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
写真にいた人か。誰って言ったらこの人レネーは聞くなって言われたね。So you both know her.
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
3人とも幼馴染で、彼が16歳の時最初の彼女で、でも彼は戦争に行くって離れてって、そしたら多分彼と付き合ったんだね。盗んだって。っていうのは、ちょっと黙ってよ。
Well, technically, you stole her from me because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You. No point starting this all over again. For the 1000th and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer.
なんか仲良しだけどライバルみたいな面白い関係だね。What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage.
2年前死んだ。肺炎？
René and I were both by her bedside when she
Died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back. Will it now?
departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
最後までどっちの方が大切か決められなかったって彼女も Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry.
何も判断力がない人だったみたい。
She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
That nothing wrong with weighing your options first.
Heck, Technically, we're both still engaged to her.
二人とも、俺たち二人、まだ、両方ともまだ婚約している technically?
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
He suddenly remembers you are still there, falls silent, and turns away.
なんかちょっと恥ずかしいのかなこの話するの。Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left. Sweet, sweet. Of course, officer. Memories.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul. If he's got, there's
Jean-Marie
nothing
meant a
for
lot
you
to
to
you.
understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Were the circumstances of her death in any sense unusual?
Absolutely not. She died of pneumonia in her bed at the age of
79歳。
79. This is highly usual.
で死んだ。Where was the photo of you two taken?
Revachol Fair of 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day.
60年前と
Carabiniers
か
marched in the place of honor.
すごいね。You looked happy in the picture, smiling.
This was the happiest day of my life.
19歳とかの16歳に付き合ったって言ったよね。What happened with you, Gaston and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch.
戦争から帰ってきたら彼と付き合ってたって。
The Ikeda operation was a 7-year campaign, during which suzerain Guillaume's army.
はいはい、
I won
戦争
her
の
back.
歴史ね。
But while I was dealing with some issues,
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her.
I
Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
なんか二人ともなんだろう。彼と付き合って彼と付き合って彼と付き合って彼と付き合ってって関係だよね。
there's nothing for you to understand.
His face is motionless, like a marble mask.
OK。経験値だけはもらえたよ。写真は持っている？それともこの中だよね。あれ？入れたっけ？入れない。どこで見つけたっけ？ガードタワー。よし、じゃあポーンショップに行くぞ。ゴミ箱に今あるかな？なんか。
Yes?
あんたじゃない。
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its
ない。俺らの車、怪我す、落書きすんじゃねえよ。Alright. Let's sell some stuff.
Hello, hello. Let me know. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Antique set case 50。これ売っちゃっていいのかな？ライフル売ろうか。結構いいね。ポストカードとか別に。あ、これか。Photo of a happy couple。これ売るのちょっともったいないな。ポストカードは売っちゃうか。薬売っちゃっていいのかな。ペンは何かに使える？あ、キツラギさんのペンだ。 Green Ape, Lieutenant's Hankers。これもキツラギさんの。キツラギさんのものもらって売っちゃう。あ、これは一番最初にめちゃくちゃにしたカセットテープのケースだね。で、その歌、Smallest Church in Sense。偶然にそれをまた違うコピーを見つけたんだよね。Fuel Canister。これは何かに使える？でもこれでとりあえずいいよね。OK。
Another time, perhaps.
よし、じゃあスニーカー買おう。もうできることをするしかないね。I'm pretty stuck.
The speakers below are banged up.
Super cool! Now the premium lifestyle is yours, officer.
The sneakers seem to vibrate in your hands with an almost mystical energy.
Now let me buy the speakers.
The junk is yours, officer. Happy listening. Try not to hurt your ears with that Samaran garbage.
These once mighty speakers have been conquered. A small heat emboss on the veneer read.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
I already bought the sneakers.
So you did. Now put them on and look at them, officer. Make the No way, officer. That's right,
OK。スニーカー履いてみる？なんか特別かな。+1 reaction speed, +1 hand-eye coordination。悪くないね。なんか、バッグと合うね。バッグと色が合うね。スピーカー、教会のところのガキどもにあげれるかな。Tools じゃないね。あれ？ここでもないね。これか。These are lame speakers. 意味ないって？でも30で売れるよ。30で売れるけど。あとはできることといえば何でしょう。お酒をまたもう一つ持ってくる。お酒をもう一つ持ってきて、酔っ払いになんかちょっと話してもらおうか。ファストトラベルできないの。OK。ちょっとしばらく歩き回るね。次の日になるまで待つ？
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
ちょっといいもんあげる？あと2つ買おうか。
Here you go, mister.
2つ買って、あれどういうこと？ 2 つ買ったのに 一つになってる。12回使える。これはやばいな。違うの買った方が良かったかな。
The tear machine your bottles clunk.
失敗したかも。で、モラルがダメージするんだっけ？わかった。1回寝て、これ12回使えるけど、モラルがマイナス1、1回につきマイナス1だから、これが0になると死ぬから、今、弱すぎるものは、それでカバーしてやるんだ。OK。それでいこう。ちょっと一回教会のとこ行って、このガキどもに一回話してみようか。何も変わってないよね、多分。スピーカーも持ってるからって。
Hello again.
This
is actually just one wire. A contact mic records.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a box note. You're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. No. This is a contact microphone. The mic, I don't exactly. Same place I got the recorder from. The Elysium.
彼女が使ってるマイクは Elysium ってとこで手に入れたって。What's the Elysium?
Oh man. You haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
ミュージッククラブとシンセのワークショップ。Arno van Eyck がいたって？This is the guy your friend Egghead likes?
Oh yeah. Egg's really into him. Maybe even too into him. He's a pretty intense personality.
Hey, didn't Piss and Fuck the World mention Van Eyck too?
They did. Is it like a skull thing?
A skull thing? Man, you sound like 100 years old when you say that.
どうせ俺はおじさんですよ。
No, you don't. She's mistaken you for an old person. Say you're cool.
I get down.
I don't know what that means.
I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Means I'm hit beyond my ears.
That's cool.
あ、痛い痛い痛い。
Sucks,
ああ、
man.
無駄にしちゃった。
Was there something else? About the contact?
An entire litany spews forth.
Man, you are one weird cop. What is it with you and this? Okay, if it floats your boat, I'll be more like Contact Mike and less like me. Uh-huh. Good on you. Okay.
モラル一つ使って。こいつらがスピーカーのこと何も言わなければ、もう売っちゃうか。売って、売れるもの売って、モラルを回復する薬も買って。
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Yes. What?
He nods, enthused.
Goodbye, officer.
The large head.
Good morning, Tycoon. Yeah. Huh? I see you're here again.
なんもないね。Okay. Let's do this. ビールはいっぺんに何回も飲めるかどうかもちょっと確認しないといけないよね。Let's sell some stuff. もうできることが限られてきた。
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with
Can
anything.
I sell
Sure.
some stuff?
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
ID card. Speakers. これもういらないよね。これいっちゃおう。これもいっちゃおう。これもいっちゃおう。OK。
More than sure. What else? I'm not
Clothes?
purchasing any more clothing at another time.
OK。115. I'm rich. Okay, maybe I can buy some medicine. モラルを回復する薬と、でも寝たら完全回復するって書いてあるけど、完全回復って何個だろう。あとはワイチェックはスキルを上げるとまた解放されるんだけど、アイテム使ったら解放されるかな。
To the left of
レインコートはもう買った。
a small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs.
Plus 3 health.
They all bear the Saint Baptiste
なんでこ
Pharmaceutics
れ買えない
logo.
Okay,
あ、
here.
買えた。
I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope Saint Baptiste makes you feel better or something. Okay, here. I hope
Okay.
Saint Baptiste. Okay, here. I hope Saint
たくさん
Baptiste
買おう。
makes you feel better. Okay, here. I hope Saint. Okay, here. I
たく
hope
さん
Saint
買おう。
Baptiste makes you feel better or something.
OK、17チャージ。OK。That should be enough. Maybe I should save. Plus 1 psyche. Okay. Let's go back to the basement. ベースメントに戻って。アイスクリームメーカー開けるぞ。開けれるかな。スキルチェックが解放されてないと。Okay, is the power on?
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand crank.
Alright, let's test it. Save, quick save. And... How do I use it? Do うやって使うの？どうやって使うの？使えないの？あ、no。あとは physical instrument。physical instrument。-2, no. +1 shivers. あ、これだ。で、今、プラス1になって、2。
This orange machine is dead.
How do I drink? ちょっと待って。I'm gonna search this a little bit. Disco Elysium. How to drink beer. Select the dialogue options to have him look at the bottle. Dialogue option. What dialogue option?
Yes?
This orange machine is dead still.
これ自分にどうやって話すの？あ、ここにあった。あれええ What am I missing? Controls. Action, interact, highlight, zoom in and out, map, thought cabinet, character sheet, inventory, help, thoughts, tools, time 1, 2, 3, inventory journal, reload menu, skill points, skill checks, tasks. これ初めて見たけど。でもないよ。Quick select。何？Disco Elysium。Dialogue menu。どうやって使うの？わからないんだけど。ここにあるんだけどね。こんなとこで詰まる？ PC controls, PS4, PS5 controls。コントローラーではボタンを押すみたいだね。アナログスティックを押すみたいだけど。Where's the dialogue options? コントローラー挿してみるか。ほら。OK。で、Physical Instrument 3。もう一回飲める？一回しか飲めない。
Bent metal. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter.
Okay. Yeah, rip shit apart. さあ、開けれるか？
This orange machine
開けれ
is
ない。
dead still. It has a hand crank ice cream churner
意味
and
なかっ
an
た。
electric freezer.
ポ
The
イン
ice around it slowly.
ポイント上げないと。スキルポイントあるよ。入れるか。レベルアップ。これでできなか
This
ったら
orange machine is dead
42%
still.
か。
It has a hand crank ice cream churner and an electric freezer.
もう
The
やるし
ice
かない。
around it slowly
い
melted.
くよ。
Ice squeaks beneath your convulsum multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the and it's already unplugged.
もうロードしてやるか。チートだけど、ロードしてやるか。あまりね、こういうチートしたくないんだけど、全然進まないからね、もうやることがなくなっても、さまよい続けるだけになっちゃうから。OK, let's do this again.
Both cables are on.
So we have this, and let's get this, and right button. What? It's not in my inventory anymore. Okay. Drink. 回復 and level up. Accept.
Bent, you are kudos.
Okay, quick save. Alright, let's do this.
This orange machine is
Are
dead.
they-
Ice squeaks beneath your
28.
convulsum.
I think I forgot to equip my clothes. Okay. Close. Physical instrument. Nope, not that one. There was something else, this one. Okay. これで4になったはず。Quick save. And let's open
This orange
this.
machine.
ちょっと待って、今あれ持ってる。Okay.
This orange machine is dead still.
Better grip
It has
with
a
gloves,
hand-cranked
machine
ice cream
unplugged.
churner
Okay.
and an ice squeaks.
ダメだ。42%。これはできるはずだ。2回に1回以上はできるでしょ
This orange machine is dead still. Ice groans
Okay.
and howls under the strain of your giant convulsant multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
う。開いた開いた。
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side.
Take the filament memory.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lucan and Kilda as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
最初に覗いてみる？最初に覗いてみる？やばいんじゃない？セーブしたからいいかな。信用なくすよ。絶対見たなって思われるよね。まあでも警察だからいいんだよ、見て。多分。Okay? Where am I? I should equip my flashlight.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering,
Insert the
casting the
offset
framework
copy.
in a soft glow.
あ、でも
Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
これ入れたらまたデータ消えちゃうんじゃない？
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
こんにちはおばちゃん。
Good afternoon. First, please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
I might have a password for the offsite copy.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
No, that's not it.
Maybe
Yeah, that's
it's
not
the
it.
second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window.
After death life again.
Good. I've unlocked the offsite copy. After ending the call, please press print
Oh.
to access the filament.
よく覚えてたね。After life death の次にステンドグラスに書いてあったのが After death life again.
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident.
That's all for now. Thank
Tiles on the
you.
cube are still
Okay.
smoldering.
Press print.
It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up. with pure black ink.
やっぱ壊しちゃった？
Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like the filament slides out of its glowing nest.
機械が壊れたのか。
The paper is soaked with ink. Its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information.
おー、なんかインクが漏れたのか。でも、俺は読めるぞ。多分、97%。
A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again.
What happened is just covered in ink.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Okay. Filament は OK 大丈夫だよね。で、今のやつはこれじゃないね。あ、タトゥーのでもあれ今のはないの？持ってないの？どこ行った？ちょっと写真
An intricate way. It still
久し
kind
ぶ
of
りに
looks
見
like
てみ
a
よう。
gun. For you to someone who knows about history could tell you.
タトゥーはあれ歴史を知ってる人が教えてくれるかも。歴史を知ってる人ってあの女の人だよね。
An intricate way. It still kind of look for you to someone who knows.
こんな
It's just a racist mug, but it will not.
これをやってなかっただけ？OK。じゃあ、出るか。出口はHow do I get out of here? あ
As before, an iron safety curtain curves before your eye. This is directly above the
こ
central
こ
furnace
忘れ
in
て
the cellar.
た。
The voices probably came from here.
蹴って痛かった地下にあるfurnace 暖炉だっけの上にこれがあるんだ。Hello, I yelled, but it didn't work.
Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm.
Sing from the diaphragm. Okay.
Perhaps it's not such a bad idea. Try it again,
Try
sire.
it again.
Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak. Sire,
Nope.
maybe perhaps it's not again. Sire, may we suggest
変わん
something?
ないけど。
Perhaps it's
もう一回
not
やった
such
ら
a bad idea. Again, sire, perhaps it's again.
どういうこと？
Sire, maybe perhaps it's not.
何も変わんないよ。Sing from the diaphragm.
Yes?
As before, this is direct.
ここに入りたいよね。でも入れないから。で、まだ酔っ払っている。これできる？今、何パー
The
になってる？
barbell waits patiently on the
28%
floor.
か。セーブ、違うセーブしよう。あ、クイックセーブしちゃった。やばい、もう後戻りできない。
The barbell waits patiently on the floor,
お、いけた。
like a dog for its master.
フィラメントプリントしちゃって、もしやばかったらロードしようかなと思ったんだけど。
Conjuring up an inhuman amount of strength, you raise the barbell up in the air. Your biceps tremble, but you're a savage. This is a children's game.
Oh yeah. よくやったね。 お、モラル回復。
A warm wave of accomplishment washes over your head as you drop the barbells to the floor. For a moment, it feels like you're strong enough to succeed at anything you ever set your mind to.
Good technique.
Thank you. それだけか？
The barbell waits patiently.
You're right. The weight may fall out. No one does.
回復必要なかったけどね。ちょっとは進んだよ。Okay, let's go. この人と話したのはなんだっけ？ Suggestion か。酔っ払ってる間にフィジカルインストゥルメントのやつもっとやるか。あとは、Measurehead、Egghead のとこまたいける。Church Doors、Physical Instrument、Measurehead のとこもう一回行ってみる？これスクロールができないんだよな。Central Furnace。あ、これ蹴るやつもう一回できるね。で、あとは歴史詳しい人にもう一回話してみたらって。タトゥーの件で言われたね。ここもう一回蹴ってみよ
A thick layer of coal dust
う。お、
covers the
97%。
furnace, coloring it
いく
pitch
ぞ。
black. Something
よし。
breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
あ、誰かいる。誰？ Hello, are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
you
Yeah,
hear
thought-
a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
おー、入れてくれるって。さっき上でもノックしたのになんで聞こえなかったの？ OK。ちょっとどいて。I wanna go upstairs. OK。Please work a stop, take breaks, talk to strangers, explore. Alright. Hello? おー、開いている。何？引きこもり？ This tray is full of dice, colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. サイコロだらけ。The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. これもともとお菓子を出す機械？全部サイコロに変わってる。あんたも RPG の人？
Hello. I'm Nia.
A bird-like woman sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair. サイコロ作ってんの？
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Melius.
音楽聴いてたんだ。
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
あ、この窓から事件現場見えるはずだって。What do you mean by Milius?
Yes, a Melia is like a call-in station. You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
ラジオのことか、Miliu.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
結構優しそうな人だな。You must have been confused with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance? You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
サイコロ必要？
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need. That's why you're here, yes?
どんなロールプレイングゲームのシステムを使ってるか教えたら必要なサイコロ作ってあげるよって。
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong. Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice.
Very good. My rate is 10 real per set, unless you want something really unusual. Take a look around and see if there's any particular stone you want to use.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room, growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and doesn't have anything to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a
How
dice
did
maker?
I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first, but that's an unfocused field with too much competition. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me to make some polyhedral dice out of cobalt. That was my first order. I grew it from there.
手先が器用なんだね。最初はジュエリー作ってたみたいだね。Do you like role-playing games yourself?
Not especially. I like working with rare materials and a steady pay. And role players as customers? They're nice people.
Some of those nice people have big bucks to spend on novelty items.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
ウォラーのボードゲーム買ったらなんかサイコロがなかったとかあるのかな。Tell me about your most extraordinary die.
A star that fell from the firmament? Those cost more than 7 real. Are you sure?
Superstars don't care about money.
Yes, you definitely have the proper attitude. How about a pair of 100-sided die?
What?
Made of ivory and inlaid with lodestone, a naturally occurring magnet to complement your magnetic personality.
なんかすごそうだね。100面のサイコロ
Pieces of lodestone were used as the first magnetic compasses, from which they derived their other name, coarse stones.
10 real, and I can get these ready in 8 hours. It's true, magnetic dice are definitely different. When rolled together, the magnetic fields of the pips interact with each other to push and pull on each other as they're rolled, just like all magnetic personalities do.
Interesting.
Maybe you have some other idea? Ah, yes, Fortress Accident. It's the Wiro Untethered die. Is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motives of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
Sounds like you. We're on tethered のモチーフは氷と死とloss 損失なんだろうなくす何かをなくすなくした自分みたい
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone,
Alligator
cast in
jawbone.
black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
7ねちょっとここ
It's an icositetrahedron, a 24-sided die that can put untreated bone is porous, and maybe you have some... What do you mean by cur... Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real.
全部気になるけど
Maybe you have some other idea? What do you mean by cur... Alright, how about maybe you have some other ideas for dice? A normal die? I'm on polyhedral dice. Come on now.
面白いけど、ちょっと一生話してるから。
I think I have just the right one for you.
Something to help with my work. She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
おー、警察って分かってるんで、ただでくれる。Catch.
Mr. Smooth moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Wink at the dice maker.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
ブラッドストーンの赤いサイコロとラピスラズリの青いサイコロ。あ、違う。赤いサイコロにラピスラズリのなんかインレイってなんて言うんだろう。が入ってて、青いのは逆。ラッキーチャー
She
ム。
winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Moves.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
サイコロちょっと気になるけど、その前に、っていうかサイコロ10リアル以上で売れるかな？ What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags?
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then the woman under the large window.
何も知らない。
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
普通ヘッドフォンかけてるから、外のことは聞こえない。
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring back from the darkness.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when I'm in the zone.
まあもし夜に外覗いたとしても多分何も暗くて何も見えなかったと思う。
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
Do you often work Sunday nights?
It's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are still signs of coal black soot here and there.
But when I arrived here, all the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
家賃払わなくていいの？いいな。
Creative.
When she arrived here, there was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other businesses.
I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
ここ呪われてるって話だけど。そう、呪われてるとは思わないね。How do you, Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energies.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow?
Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going.
All right, but it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Whirling in Rags 本屋と Whirling in Rags 別に閉まってないよね。呪いでここら辺のビジネスが全部破産するって。でもdoesn't look like it's
And
cursed.
then there is me.
あとこの人ね。
I've been here for 14
14年
years,
もいるね。
selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts. Not exactly a million-real business idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
やっぱり呪いも嘘か、ファズミッドも嘘だ。全部嘘だ。
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Playson thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorceress? What about you, officer? Do you think I'm the malignant entity?
Honestly, I'm still not sure this world is a puzzling place. 科学的に考えるか、それともお前が呪いを作ってんだっていうか、わからないっていうか。Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place.
Is it now? I've always thought it's a rather mundane and boring place with no supernatural surprises in sight. Well, if you ever find a way to explain all those inconsistencies in the curse, let me know.
That's all she has to say on the subject. She's been thorough and truthful, as far as we can see.
すごい肝が触ってるね。Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific? Yes, I think it was called Androgynous or Landlord.
You wouldn't like it either. A bit of experiment. It's not about the haircut. It's about the confidence.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet.
What happened
It
to the
wasn't
gym?
really a gym. It was Artemitep's boxing. A kind man from Zemsk. Kuno. Who's Kuno? Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines. Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since.
What's up with the broken windows?
Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff milias. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it. It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she...
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators.
すっごい、何これ。で、彼女14年いるから、もういろんな企業、いろんなビジネスが、破産で合ってる失敗するのをたくさん見てるんだよね。でもなんかすごい落ち着いてるよね。
You mean Mr. Fabron? Anything else? There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, and the atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings.
これ回転って呼ぶんだ。よくElder Scrolls, Skyrim とか Oblivion とか Morrowind で回転 Armor とかこれで作られてる鎧があるけど、チテンって呼んでた。
And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. Really? Anyway.
What's with the rollerblades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
なるほど。1階にあるいろんなガラクタが残ってるけど、スノボみたいなのもあったよね。それ全部前のビジネスの残り物ってことだよね。
The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up.
Men like that are...
Sure, but I have no idea.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait.
Fortress Accident, the
Fortress
radio
Accident,
game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
I heard they ran out of money.
Money and time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
The project did look quite impressive.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic and to show up to work on time.
ちゃんと仕事なんだろう、スケジュールとかが結構適当だったのかな
Still, not everyone is going to make it. That's the nature of the game.
The result is...
Anything else?
Terrifying taxidermy bear in the cellar?
Oh boy, the fabled Revoshow ICT. You're
これ地下の
in for
熊
a
ね。
treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed. What were the other ideas?
There was really just one. And it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritta does the same thing.
I know girls just like that. She works in Frit as a cashier and she is not particularly friendly.
Employing Soki teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravashow ICT. And they already had the bear.
What about the bear?
The bear.
She repeats, pressing thumbs into her temples like trying to suppress a headache. It didn't work out?
Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted.
なんかアイスクリーム屋さんをやってたけど、なんかなんだろうな、クマも怖いし、なんかあんまり態度の良くない、女性スタッフを雇って誰も近寄りたくないみたいなダメダメ企業だったみたいだね。
Eventually, Ravashow ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges.
で、競合がもうすごい安くキャラメルサンデーを売ってたと。 I'm sure the bear was doing its best.
Maybe, because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. Doing his best, I mean. He said that the bear was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. Called it Megatherion.
Megatherion って名前？あのクマ。
Sounds cool. Why is everyone doing drugs in this place?
みんなドラッグやって
Even
る
the
ね。
taxidermist?
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life by telling you to do more drugs, mostly. Do you? Well, anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream.
Little Spock.
Anything else? Another
Okay.
failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time.
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry
あ、
about the confusion.
何も書いてないカードが彼女のか。
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
Is the building in Rags part of the same building complex?
You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom. Albeit, I doubt that anyone responds.
I saw a name East Delta Pinball on the doorbell.
Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure. Before my time. I'm not surprised, however.
ピンボールアーケードがあったのか。でも彼女が来る前からもう閉まってた。
My advice? Don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriography, trick track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
何ピンボール嫌いなのキツラギさん。Strange thing happened when I tried calling a company named Slipstream SCA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
んそんなことはありえないって？もう何年もいないよって。
Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA?
女だった
Was it a woman?
プレイサンスじゃない
Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
100年前あったメジャーな電気会社の人がもう何年も前に閉まっている店の電話をちょっと待ってよ。これもまたなんかつまらないオチになるんじゃない？どうなんだろう。100年前時間を超えて電話してるって思わせてるけど。
It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now... Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it's still the... Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
ダイス欲しいけど。ダイス欲しいけど。今はいいか。これもらったよ。いいね。Look at the map to see which white checks have opened. ん？どういうこと？プレイサンスに、プレイサンスに戻れる。さあ、これが開いた。これなんでスクロールできないんだろうな。これコントローラーでスクロールできる？コントローラー外しちゃった。よいしょ。よいしょ。これでいけるね。 コントローラーでやるかお、スキルポイントゲットしたよ。
Yes?
コントローラーの操作がよくわかんないLet's go back to play Sans. できることが増えたね。ここは呪われてないんだよ。ただ普通にみんながインチキビジネスやってたか、経済が悪かったのか、呪いではないと伝えましょう。
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may be teachings in them.
I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Niha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep.
She's a businesswoman like you. She's not a sorceress.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
呪いのことは?
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
呪いなんてないよ。
To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
嘘つく? She says there is no curse. でもドラマね、嘘つくスキルたくさん入れてんだから嘘ついてみようか。地下のそのなんだっけ、クマのあれを作った人、タクシダミなんて言うんだっけ、複製、違う、ちょっと待って、言葉が出てこない。タクシダミ、剥製作ってる人が呪いの根源だみたいな。
Oh, how horrid! I knew something wasn't right about that place. Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse?
I'm afraid that I can only identify the source, but you have to call some other experts to lift the curse. 私は、その呪いを見つけることはできるけど、消せはしないと。
Oh, I see. I guess it's time to visit Boogie Street again. I'm sure that I'll find someone who can help me get rid of the doom that still remains in this house. Things are improving. I can feel it. Thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
She so badly wants this to be over. She would have believed anything.
All right then. All's well that ends well.
とりあえず解決できたよ。ここも何も不思議なことはありませんでした。残念。Alright, we're making some progress. 経験値ももらえて、よし、じゃあメジャーヘッドのとこも行ける。教会に行こうか。スーナーにフィラメントを渡しに行きましょう。あ、ボードゲーム買っとけばよかった。ブローのやつ。 これ気味悪いね。この柱の人。
Yes, what is it? Yes?
About the filament.
Thanks. Looks
Thanks.
like it's the one.
What's gonna happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
What are you even hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
前と一緒だね。あ、機械が壊れてインクが漏れたと思ったけど、そういう風にプリントしてんだね。もうインクしか、ほとんど紙インクだけになってる。
This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that.
Now what?
Sona doesn't reply. Her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
You found it? ちょっと自分がもうプリントしたってバラすようなこと言わないでよ。Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like glowing heart. Can I do anything?
Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
場所を見つけた? You did it.
I found the coordinates.
Great job.
Oh my god, congratulations.
Thank you.
お、なんか嬉しそうだよ。So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
やっぱりそこ、この教会の中だね。She points at the other end of the church where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
皿を動かしてほしいと?
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right.
Okay,
This
one
should do the
second.
trick.
Let me write this down. Third bowl ってどっち? Third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. Okay.
Thanks.
Third bowl ってどれ? First bowl がどれ?
It's awfully silent again. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls. Oh boy, this is going to be good.
あ、普通にできるね。Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall.
OK? うまくいった?これで何がわかるの?データロスの原因がわかる?
Yes, what is it?
I moved the water bowls to the right position just like you asked. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, biting into her chapped lip. What's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
ヘッドフォンアンミュートしてどうなの?ちょっと怖いよ。
If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
これなんかタイムトラベルとなんか関係ある? Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
彼女もちょっと怖がってるね。Isn't it going to be just silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
It could be anything. ちょっとこのゲーム毎回ワクワクさせてがっかりさせるんだよね。今回はどうだ?
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
無の音はなんだろう。
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
世界が壊れるかもしれない?
Like that
もしかし
evil
て?
ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
You're right, we should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
まあやるか。Scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah. You're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing.
何もない?
Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence.
スタインズゲートみたいに過去に戻るとか。何もない。
You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Can you hear anything?
She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
シーンとしてる。このヘッドホンか。今タイプしなくていいよ。Well?
Damn it.
Nothing? Did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
No.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Perception スキル高いけどもっと上げれる 72%。 これもセーブするセーブしてロードする。何もなかった。マイナス1。あ、プラス1。なんでブーツでパーセプションが上がるの？ Okay. Perception 9. Okay, quick save.
Yes, what is it?
83%. Get
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
プレッシャーが変わる？気圧？気圧？空圧？気圧？が変わるのを感じる。What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air.
ノイズキャンセリングヘッドフォンとかあるよね。BOSEとかの。その周波数を真逆の周波数を流して音をキャンセルするから、実は音をなくすっていうより音を鳴らして消してるんだよね。同じ外の周りの音を真逆の音を出してるから、それでゼロになるっていう。だから音は消えるんだけど、実際音を鳴らしてるから、そのプレッシャーはあるんだよね。だからちょっと物理的になんか感じるんだよね言ってることわかるかな。あんま好きじゃないんだよね。なんか頭が痛いっていうか、そんな感じかな。これ音はないけど、なんかプレッシャーが変わってる。
What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Suna, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? All right, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic
お、
beat
隣
permeates
の
the
ガキど
wall, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great, I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
OK。よし、じゃあ、ガキどもにスピーカーちょっと貸してくれるか？今のヘッドフォン、多分今の機材じゃ音がちっちゃすぎるんじゃないかなってことで、聞いてみるよ。OK。ちょっとなんか進んだね。またがっかりさせないでくれよ。あ、この子にもう一回話せんじゃない？
Hello again.
28% か。ドラッグ使ったらこれが1上がるんだよね。Empathy。マイナスしかないな、エンパティ。もっとなんか分かりやすいように知ってほしいね、これ。で、マイナス1のはないよね。で、ドラッグを、でも今使うのもったいないよね。あ、でも3回使えるんだ。OK。で、結構回復してるから大丈夫。フラッシュライトもういらないよね。OK。袋は持っとこう。ん？どうしたこれ？
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens. What a funny little cat. Don't let the scary It's not gonna give. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the you suck a manly dose of the extremely chemical smelling It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration. Not really this warmth. It makes you want to share your... Why not? Please don't actually...
I'm happy for...
His glasses turn... Just don't.
今ドラッグを飲んだね。
Look at all these guys. Already you can tell you're going to be sloping a lot more Pyrrolidon.
ん？なんかタスクだったの？
This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden in all human being.
で、レベルアップしたよ。2ポイントもらった。彼女に話してみよう。58%。もう一回セーブして。
Hello again.
いけ！
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick
何しようと
from
して
the
たんだっけ？
batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
なんかテーププレイヤーを回したの？何したんだっけ？スキル成功することだけ考えてた。Empathy 4 dice 4 plus 6 plus 4 10. I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice with your drugs wearing off. At your age or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. Tap on the tape recorder.
The wind howls. She remains silent.
何をしようとしてんだろう
It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
The dark. Contact Mike. The dark.
I know. I'll stick to it. So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
なんか相談相手になってくれるの何What's been eating you? 何か悩んでるのみたいな。I guess there is something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
I think it's the plight of the working class. 自分のことを話せよ、奥さんのこと。
Oh, really?
The golem of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I feel the process is irreversible.
Wow. Social justice really matters that much to you. That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it, though?
No? No, that's probably not it, is it?
No. It sounds like you just got chick issues.
Yep. Chick issues. 女の問題ね。Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, they had just the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could smell it under the shit.
Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic. Don't you think?
Yes, I found that to be very symbolic too.
Okay. What else?
They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
No idea. Haven't seen her. Definitely haven't called her. I don't remember a single thing about her.
Really? You seem pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her? Eyes? Hair color?
I remember her scent, and that's all. 匂いだけ.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
なんで彼女覚えてないんだって。I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this world. もう飲みすぎて酔っ払いすぎてこの世界の記憶をすべて消しちゃったんだろう。
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
Booze, yeah, right.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
Königstein?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Thanks for the bullshit psych thing then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Thank you. Okay. ちょっと今のは自分の精神に良かったんじゃない相談相手になってくれて。Alright.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal?
The good news, I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
よし、仲良くやるよ。
And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Oh, you mean the illegal drug lab? There will be no shady shenanigans in the church. Only love and anodic dance music.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
よし、ここ終わったよ。なんかやっと進んだね。ビールとドラッグのおかげ。あとタイムトラベル。クイックセーブタイムトラベルのおかげ。おー、いなくなった。散らかしてんな。数時間後って言ったけど、もう行ってるんじゃない？どう？まだ夜までいない？あ、いるね。でも準備中ってことかな？いや、もう終わってんじゃない？
It's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000. Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honors, detective?
誰に名前をEgghead, you must have a lot of ideas.
Yakokata! Yakokata!
The
place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
How about a saw? What about you?
How about something simple? Like the club?
That's not hardcore.
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic. We want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
Suna? I don't care.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Noid?
The amnesia.
Amnesia.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia!
It's not amnesia, guys.
Andre, 何も好きじゃないね。How about Ken?
I wouldn't build a club and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle.
Crabman の方が
Ideas from another level of consciousness.
いいアイディアあるかな。
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky. Next, please.
じゃあ、アンドレ、あんたは何がいいんだよ。
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
なんもないのかよ。
Andre's overthinking it.
Yes, you should do it, detective.
me?
It would be good for the sign. Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
やばいな。
You have? Well,
あら、
what's the name?
Disco Elysium. No truce with the Furies. Ravachol West. いや、この選択の中にこれ入れたらこれ選ぶでしょ。Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind
Disco's
of gone,
not
isn't
gone.
It? Forgotten.
It's forever.
The past is the future, but the future is dead!
I like you, Egghead.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be. And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone welcome to Disco Elysium.
おー、やっとタイトル回収。
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name.
踊ってる。
Someone turns up the beat.
What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing?
We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
3%. 踊れない。What's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure.
Of course it is. Or because I'm balding, I want to show my hair. Not 20. Maybe it was a bad idea. Goodbye, officer.
Savoir-faire. Savoir-faire. え Savoir-faire はどれ ?5 でも今 3% なのやばいじゃん。まだまだスキルが足りない。マイナス1。Savoir-faire 3% は無理だよな。マイナス1。
Oh, hey man, it's good to see you.
3% 無理だ。Impossible。
Goodbye, officer.
よし。なんかプログラミングやってるよ。
She's whistling a melody.
What about one get
Her
result?
trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you. Why does that trill sound familiar?
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know?
サンプリングしてんのか。
Underwater inside a tree. And yes, I'm being more like Contact Mike, alright? Don't even bring it up.
How is it going
no,
to...
No. I actually wanted to thank you for getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does behind that radio computer of hers. She doesn't talk to us much. And the Crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Crabman 最近見ないね。Can you tell me about your associate? Now can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favor.
あ、みんなのこと教え
What
て
do
く
you
れ
want
る
to
の
know?
スナー
She's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
Welkins のことをなんかスーナが話してたって言ったけど、Welkins ってなんだ What do you think of the Crabman?
Oh, the Crabman. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves.
結構気持ち悪い
But he
みたい
doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the Crabman. But he talks to Noid.
あ、ノイと
They seem
話す
to
の
have some thing going on.
What does he... Why does he talk to him?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess. Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. Who do you want to know about?
How about Andre?
Andre? He's a cool guy. Doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me, at least.
She rubs her sides, but not from cold. Her shoulders are relaxed. She must have taken a hit, or she's on an upswing.
He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. Nothing. But then again, must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I've never seen him so psyched about anything, though. And he's often psyched. I mean, not that he does
ちょっ
drugs,
と早
just
送りし
high,
ます
you
ね。
know? Yes, yes.
あ、付き合ってんのアンドレイと。
Who do you want to know about?
About
He's a
Noid?
four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg,
フォーバーグっ
making
て
the
いう場
pilgrimage
所
up
から
north to visit the
こいつら
Palaceum.
来てんだ。
He's real hardcore about the lifestyle. What do you mean, do? He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere. He abides by the hardcore, sir.
あ
You'd
れ
have to
エッ
ask
ヘッ
him
ドは
yourself.
カーペンターなの木こりだっけ木こり木で、いろいろ作る人。You?
Sir, I abide by the law. It's just something poor Forberg kids do every spring. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Yeah. Who do you want to know about? What do you mean?
あ、ノイドがカーペンターなんだ。あ、だから教会のなんだろう、いろいろ今調べてんだね。なんか結構いい作りしてんなみたいな。What does he think he's doing when he yells at all this stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy. Anodic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offense if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Anodic music は rock music とは違うんだ。ボーカルはないのか
Pachu, Pachu, Swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
You don't have to tell me rock is backward. I am the future man. I abandoned rock in the 30s, stupid rock. Psst.
Okay. Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in.
ボーカルはないけど、誰か時々なんか言わないといけないから、hardcore って叫んでんだ。
He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
なんか、どうしたの、キツラギさん急に。
Actually, we don't know where he's from, or who he is, really.
エッグヘッド、どこから来たか誰なのかわかんないって。どういうこと
One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forberg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the banlieue.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning. All night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah. It was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine. People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two.
なんかパーティー一緒にしてて、ある日なぜかついてきて、それ以来一緒にいるってこと
Who do you want to know about?
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Again? I told you,
There's that phrase again.
It means I don't answer questions about myself. Is there a law that would...
That would depend on the circumstance.
Thank you. Sure.
42番。Reaction speed。自分のことを話したくないって言ってるけど、話させる方法があるのか ?Reaction speed。Reaction。ヒッピーだね。この手袋がすごい。Okay. Quick save.
Welcome back.
72。ダメだ。
The silver bird has already flown away.
ロードしていいチートだけど。パソコンだからできることだけどね。簡単に。
Welcome back.
O pasado de hint. It flutters by your ear. It's what the Zemoyaki, the Gradian community in Revachol, call a person who never breaks under interrogation. It's an organized crime term.
A silver bird. このことね。拷問でも絶対喋らない人みたいな。マフィアのなんかヤクザとかマフィアのような組織が使っている言葉だって。
Excuse me?
She's attempting to remain calm, but the phrase made her flinch.
俺は知ってるぞ。I remember now, it's a Zemuyaki term for someone who won't break under questioning, an organized crime term.
What do you mean?
The silver bird.
All right. My father was a Zemyaki. He died years ago. He was a bad man. Not a lot of good things to say about him and what he did.
お父さんがそのゼミヤラキだった。
He bought the family a huge house, so we got to live, at least temporarily, in a giant castle in Jamrock. And then he died.
What happened next?
What do you think? The competition came and took everything away. It was like in a war zone. So after his death, we had nothing left, and we were in danger. My mother had to change her name, mine too. We left it all behind.
お父さんが死んでからそのでかい家とか全部取られて、お母さんも自分も名前を変えて逃げたと。
It was a stupid idea, and I'm still disappointed I came up with it.
Aren't there any local authorities who might look down on such activities?
I took that into account, of course. Coordinated the operation with the debardeurs. Else they might get unhappy.
Ever authorized this? Ever に OK もらったのこのドラッグ売り場みたいな。
Not in person, but I'll let them know. You can't do anything without the fat ones getting wind. It wasn't too difficult to convince them, really.
正式に許可はもらってないけど、一応知らせたって。
It's a good thing you ended that mess, though. I felt I was turning dad-wise into a corrupt business person.
でも止めてくれてありがとうって。
Come on, this is all fine. But you don't have anything on Everard now.
お父
That's
さんみ
not
たいに
how these things work.
なりそうだったって。エヴァーにこの情報をエヴァーになんか使える？
No, I don't think it would lead anywhere with.
Yeah. Have you seen Everett?
OK。話す人が増えたね。パパーっと行きますか。
You got us in, cop. I can't believe you got us in. Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat, while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the bass.
今割れてるガラスもっとさらに割れない？こんな爆音だ流してたら。
Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Okay.
I'm into the hardcore lifestyle. Now that our signs are synced, can you help me contact the coalition?
You sure that's a good idea?
Come on, Noid. I think we owe him.
お、ラジオでコーレーションに連絡できるように手伝ってくれるか？
Estelle's right. He's one of us now. Guess it would be pretty soft core for me to say no, wouldn't it? Yeah, all right. But if you're going to sync up with them, you're going to need a serious wave generator of your own. You understand what I'm saying?
What about the radio relay tower at Land's End? Is that serious enough?
Not likely. Scoped that spot a while back. It's shortwave stuff, mostly commercial. Plus, it's all rusted out.
なんかアンテナみたいなのが必要なの。
Build it ourselves! We built this nightclub! We can build anything!
Wait, could we build a radio transmitter ourselves?
Yeah, maybe. Tech-wise, radio's not the spookiest thing around. Our part's finding an antenna big enough to align with those megalo frequencies.
もしかしてその700リアルのストリートランプ買えとか言わないよね。でかいものが必要だから。アンテナを作る。
Maybe not that big, but pretty big.
58%。
It's a miracle of car. I don't
ちょ
say
っとこ
I
こ
regret the
スキップ
time.
しますよ。
Why? That's right. The first alone on an uninhabited, I would want to build a safe place. A cop who's into building critique, hard of core. Total. Like that woman there. Like to show off large and intricate structures.
すごい建設の
spires. Put you down
建
with
設オタクなんだ
They
ね。
were really into painting everything. Right. Stands to reason it used to be white on the outside.
Year after year, flake after flake.
Dead bodies of parade. I saw some pics. They had since end a quote. This a
すごい
Sarai
話
man
ね。
who lived a long, a 3,000-year-old.
The way he says it, the force in full.
I only. Andre doesn't care about. But were you wrong? Anodic dance music. Well, I don't. Fuck her giving me the evil eye. You defend her.
Mellow man, mellow. Mass murder on the floor.
She invented the beauty you'll feel. Then you meet it. It's effective like that, but it is also very soft of core. In the true life of tomorrow, every woman will be an innocence. They will wear neon headbands and leg... I like this question, cop man. She did not live the life of a human. She lived like someone who's playing a game. That's not the life that humans live. She was adored. Humans aren't. I don't know about you, but they hate me. And they do not think I'm innocent or some shit like that. Yeah.
This speed freak does not quite understand the sudden escalation of emotion in that argument.
No one says Arno Van Eyck is a mass murderer. Likewise, no one says Jermaine Egghead or Andre are mass murderers. The world's this Arno Van Eyck track is humanism leads. She liked games. There is. She is a party repellent and must be taken down before we can begin partying in here. Will do.
No, Noid. Stop twisting my melon, man. People are gonna love it.
What a strange choice of words.
痛い痛い痛い。
That can't be healthy. What's happening here? Why do you keep saying that if it isn't making you feel well?
Odd to say, I did get anyway.
ノイドはこのステングラスのドロレス・デイがなんか嫌いみたいだね。なんかみんなに慕われてるけどみんなを使ってるんだって。
Have you been listening to what the man picks up? Good thing you didn't squash him. The Crabman's been lurking here for a while.
ティアゴって名前だっけ？ Crabman.
Things that give off bad signs. As far as we can tell, the Ubies built this place about 320 years ago. Not like a lit encasement, confinement of something they were afraid of. Like, this is some old world shit. The Ubies, I don't know. And it's not something they properly understood either. What it does. But it's what this Sona person is looking for and trying to measure.
何この300年前とかにこの教会作られたけど何かを囲むために封印するためそれがスーナーが探してるものだ。測ることはできない。
People like that always want to measure everything. Seems to be the trend around here, doesn't it? You can't measure shit like this. Like a concentric ring spreading out. And that is what caused the communards to fail in defending the beach. I don't know. Maybe Maybe you can figure things out, cop man. Dead body, spirit enter, the mass murderer. Why? Okay. Sure. Suspicious people are. It took us setting out for this whole enterprise. It's short for paranoid.
ノイドはパラノイドのノイだね。そうだね。全部、すべてのことにパラノイド。
A reasonable question. Yeah, I don't have a top 10 list of.
Something is off here.
Mental illness is a term to power. No, this is where the innovation. I prefer.
とりあえずエンサイクロビディアで経験値もらえるから、全部会話のオプションを。
His eyes flicker.
Life is true. Beats and bright lights to shatter fold.
Just like that. Rejection of the right-left axis.
Nationalism, military.
He picks up a wrench.
Many non-Occidental cultures share a beat at their utmost dedication.
The term also signifies.
Egghead usually has a better concept.
Hardcore!
That's a pretty hardcore.
Yeah!
Many non-Occidental. Oh yeah, sure thing. They're hardcore. You know what I think? They're just clothes. It's just a style, you know, normal hard style. Anyone can wear it.
コンセプチュアリゼーションをあげれるかな？よし。コンセプチュアリゼーション。あれ、どうした？なんでダメージ食らった？シャツを着てダメージ食らったよ。シャツじゃないな。何？ジャケット。もうそろそろ終わるべきなんだけどね。次回に伸ばす手もありますけど、とりあえずこれでいきますか。コンセプチュアリゼーション8あるね。うん。OK。What's up, Noid? 83% と 83%。Come up with a site for a mega long-wave radio antenna. アンテナを作る場所を考える。
Close your eyes. Unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags.
今頭の中で想像しています。whirling in rags の目の前にいます。Turn to face the apartments. アパートの上じゃない？あ、いや、それか、石像っていうか彫刻？アパートの上か彫刻か。
You turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow, and a great shadow materializes before you. A towering beast, frozen in mid-air.
The statue of Philippe III.
Centaur Man is made of metal. With the right gear, we could make it work.
Yeah! Connect the centaur to the lorries! Unite the whole roundabout in hardcore way!
Huh? Sounds like Egg saying you could use some of the spare cables to rig up the stalled motor lorries and increase the wavelength, which would pretty much make the old roundabout one giant antenna.
One roundabout! One wavelength! Hardcore!
About time those other antennas were cramping my style.
It's gonna be the most hardcore
でかいアン
antenna
テ
in
ナを作るん
Martin
だね。
A's, and probably all of Revershaw West.
スタチューを中心に。
We have the amps! We have the cables! We're almost ready! Yeah!
Yeah.
He's right. All we're missing now is the transceiver itself. Soon as you find one, we'll be all set.
Transceiver どこにある？ Where am I supposed to find a radio transceiver?
I don't know. Buy one? Steal one? I don't know your cop ways.
And before you ask, no, you can't have the radio from my cinema.
車からもらえない？でも自分の壊れた車からは出せないかな。 Doesn't he have something we could use? I could.
Can't do it. We just got this place set up. Can't go risking Egg's most important equipment.
Do radio computers have transceivers in them?
Yeah, probably. Thing is, you'd have to be an engineer to get it out. I'd stick with regular radios if I
highly doubt that. When I crank the volume on my Dynawave, it's like you're in the front row at the National Concert Hall.
I didn't know Speed Freaks FM had a concert series.
Joke all you want, detective. Whatever radio you manage to scrounge up won't lay a finger on my setup.
なんか俺はお前の車よりいいラジオ見つけてやるって言ったら、すごいなんか自慢げに、そんなの無理だって俺のにはかなわないって自慢してきたよ。Okay.
A cop on cop challenge. Not bad. Let's see what you come up with. Though I have to say, cop cars and lorries usually pack the best equipment in
トラッ
town.
ク、使われてないトラックから盗めんじゃない？なんかラジオあるのあったよね。多分女性のやつ。女性が使ってた車。ドラッグ運んでた人かな？ Okay.
While you're gone, me and Egg will get the rest of the gear together. Meet us back here when you got it.
セーブして、こっちのもう一つのやりましょう。
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
Internalize the hardcore aesthetic. どういうこと？
Dedicated, hyperactive, unified. You will have to add something of your own to understand this list of loosely formed qualities called hardcore. You need your own entry. Make it.
I've got the money, I've got the place, you've got the figure, you've got the face. Let's get together, we're jumping all over the world. これ最初にあの女性に言ったことだよね。I want to have fuck with you. これでいこう。
Say that again. You know it, baby.
Okay. 何だったんだ thought をアンロックしたけど、これはまだ終わってないね。もう少しで終わるね。Hardcore or aesthetic. Fuck grammar. スキルもう全部いっぱいにしちゃったから、なんか変えるのももったいないんだよな。2つスキルポイント使わないといけないから。今3つあるよ。じゃあ、あとこの2人に話さないといけないね。クラブマンにないね。1 is less than or equal to get result and get result is less than or equal to get num sides. よし、じゃあ今日はここで終わって次回はこの2人に話して、この機械を彼らのスピーカーにつなげて、ここの不思議な空間から何か音が聞こえるか、何かが聞こえるか調べましょう。そしてあとはアンテナを作る。コーレーションってなんだっけ？これなんかお偉いさんたちになんかつなげてもらうみたいな。でもなんか空飛ぶなんだろう、飛空船みたいなまでラジオで特別な周波数で連絡しないといけない。なんか全然なんか事件の真相を調べに来てんだけど、全然関係ないことばっかりやってるね。まあいいけど。はい。今日はちょっと、まあチート、セーブロードチートもちょっとしたけど、少しは進んだね。ビールのおかげ。はい。よし。まあ、今日はこんなとこで満足です。では、お付き合いありがとうございました。Thank you for watching and 次回お会いしましょう。I'll see you next time. バイバイ。